Emily here that day. Months ago, I asked the bride and groom to say 3 things that attracted them while they were dating. They could not share it with each other. I was the only one that could read it. And you're going to hear it for the very first time. And this is what they said to each other. You're going to enjoy this. Folks, remember this, though. I didn't write it. I'm just going to read it, okay? Matt to Emily. Prior to meeting Emily, I lived my life in a very reserved fashion, always acting like I've been there before. She and I met online, and there is a filling out process prior to meeting. During this process, Emily was able to knock down most of my preconceived notions about those that live south of the Mason-Dixon line. We're going to hear a lot about what he knows about the South. During our courting, I got to know a girl who truly changed my life. Emily is the most positive, friendly, and genuine person. She lives life like no one else. She'd crack up at silly commercials. She dances like no one's watching. Show us any of that, Emily? No. Okay. Later? Maybe later. And taught me the value of the small stuff. It was Emily's intelligence and sarcastic wit that really drew me to her. I had to decipher her funny way of talking and learn many new words like y'all. I can imagine there is a single person on this planet better than her to spend the rest of my life with. Did you enjoy that from Matt? Matt, it's your turn. Matt and I met online. Matt was from the north, a Yankee, if you will. He wasn't the sweetest thing. Did I see you read that right? Yes, that's what she said. I didn't write it. He wasn't the sweetest thing. Dad says I got it right. Slightly offensive, very opinionated, and especially sarcastic. He had a lot to say about the South, and the truth was he didn't know a whole lot about it. He offered me a challenge to prove him every opinion he had about the South. The thing that initially attracted me to him, the challenge. It turns out he was wrong about almost everything related to the South. But he was right about one thing. Matt and I were complete opposites. We talked differently, we thought differently, and yet it was the greatest predicament I had ever been in. It was one of those that swept me off my feet and challenged me every view I had ever had. Matt was intriguing. Matt was hard-headed and as stubborn as they come. He could be a bit of a challenge, but he also challenged me. He saw a potential within me that no one else did, and he has become one of my biggest supporters and my greatest source of encouragement. He is my very own personal motivator and inspires me to do better and to be better in every area of my life. He is my teammate, my partner, my very best friend, and now my husband. Did you enjoy that from Emily? Okay. Join back together. Matt and Emily, you can hold hands if you'd like. Matt and Emily, you have declared before all of us that you will live together in marriage. You have made special promises to each other, which have been symbolized by the joining of the hands, the taking of the vows, and the giving and the receiving of the 2 rings. I want you to take just a minute in each other's eyes and to remember this moment. You'll have this moment one time. It's a precious moment. Enjoy this moment. Now I want you to take just a couple more seconds and turn around and just look at all the people that came to be with you. Somewhere, somehow, everybody in all these chairs have touched your life and have spoken into your life. And they will continue to be your biggest support. Okay, now you can turn around. Matt and Emily, by the authority vested in me by the state of Florida, I now pronounce you to be husband and wife. With abiding confidence and affection, we send you forth on your journey of life together. May you be filled with thanks and wonder, lots of humor and fun, hope and perseverance, be loving, be patient, be kind, and most of all, forgive one another. Matt, you may kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and pleasure to introduce to you for the very first time today, Mr. and Mrs. Matthew Hiller.
Yeah! Yeah!
Wait just a minute.
Not a problem.
Go ahead and grab his. Go ahead. I'm watching the photographer.
Stand down, Tom.
I hope you enjoyed that as much. After the we're going to have drinks and hors d'oeuvres and appetizers over here in this area. So enjoy that. Enjoy the rest of this beautiful given. I want to go ahead and